Who here has tried, has already tried a side gig, a side hustle, some other business other than your full-time job to earn some extra income for whatever? Whether you had a specific goal, maybe you wanted to earn income for a big trip, or if you're like me, always thinking about the fact that I had no retirement fund, no account, and needing to figure out a way to really boost that nest egg, right? How many of you, tell me in the comments, side hustle, side gig, if you have already done that, how many of you, here's the second question, have thought about that, right? You've already thought about your retirement. You know you need more to retire comfortably and be able to do what you've always wanted to do, right? We all have had dreams that we had to put on hold for whatever reason, whether, it was a divorce, like my situation and being a single mom and raising kids, or maybe you've had to take on the care of a parent or someone else in the family, or maybe you were laid off. A lot of people during that 2020 era and the recession were not able to keep their job going that they were at. Whatever the reason, whatever the bump in the road for your income situation is, or maybe you've had a job that could never get you what you really want to retire with. If that's you, I want to know if you're thinking about ways for how you can fix that. How can you change that? How can you change the trajectory of your future? And we're not talking 10, 15, just 10, 15 years from now. We're talking about right now, within the next 3 months and beyond. What if you had a way to transform your future, even to the point that you could quit the 9 to 5 job that you are currently doing, if you're working 9 to 5, and be able to make 6 figures and beyond from now till whenever you decide that you want to quit? Here's the thing. I want to talk about 12 secrets, the 12 secret sauce items that you need to make a business successful. We're talking, this is going to work for any business. It doesn't matter what business you're looking at starting, whether you've already got a business going and maybe it's not getting you the results that you want. These 12 things are going to help you diagnose whether a new business opportunity is the best opportunity, right? That has the best results possible, and whether you're in a business right now, it's going to help you diagnose whatever it is you've got going if you need some help with that. I really don't know where those balloons came from, but that was kind of fun. I didn't touch anything, so who knows what's going on, but thank you. If you're here, let me know. Say hello wherever you're watching from. Right now, I know I'm on LinkedIn and I know I'm on YouTube. We'll be opening up Instagram pretty soon too, so we will also be going live over there. I'm Shauna St. James. If we have not met, I am a neuromarketing expert. That's where I started with mindset and neuromarketing, helping my clients understand the sales psychology behind how they can convert sales so that it's easier to convert sales, whatever they're offering. It really doesn't matter what the offer is. We all need to use the same process and the same systems and the same tools to get us where we want to go, meaning to have the income that we want. And that's what I get to help my clients with. So say hello. Let me know where you are watching from. And if you are watching this in replay, type in hashtag replay so that I know that you were able to be here later. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I will, if I can't answer them during the live for some reason, I will definitely be Let's see. I will definitely be answering the questions later. I'll even pop back in and do a video. So if that's what you want to do, we can do that. It looks like we are live. Okay. All right, let's get going. Number one, the first thing you need when it comes to looking at a business and knowing whether this business is going to be very profitable, you need to have flexibility. Why? Why should you be looking for flexibility? And what do you mean by flexibility, Shauna? Well, flexibility is about you being able to work on your terms, meaning you don't have to punch a clock and show up at certain hours between certain hours for a certain number of hours. You get to control your time. If you get to control your time and you have a business that affords you that kind of flexibility, what does that mean for you? Well, heck, you can take your business anywhere. You can take your business on the road. You could work for a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the afternoon. You can get your work in any way you want, wherever you want to be. So honestly, you don't have to sit there and keep doing the 9 to 5. That's the first thing you should look for in any kind of business that you are looking to open. Does it give you the flexibility, frankly, you deserve, right? Number two, is it a 100% profit? Is there a 100% profit? Meaning every time you sell your product, you are taking in 100% of the profit. The reason why I want you to think about that is, there are a lot of online digital marketing businesses out there, jobs that you can work from home. You can do affiliate marketing. You can do all these different things, but you don't get 100% of the sale when you sell it. I still have some of those income streams, right? I have multiple income streams, which is another topic we can talk about at another time. Can you earn 100% off of this product when you actually close a sale? If you're currently doing affiliate marketing and you're like, well, Shauna, I get 10%, I book calls for a high-end ticket client, and yeah, I get 10% of every sale I close, or I get 25% or 30%. 30% is actually really good, right? I have some tools and systems that I love being an affiliate for because I believe in them and I will always make them available to my clients if it fits their needs. So I am not by any means saying affiliate marketing isn't worth doing, but is it the ideal way to make 6 figures? No, not necessarily. You have to sell a lot more of something that you get 30% off than something you get 100%. So you need to be looking for a product where you can earn 100% every time you close a sale on that product. Number 3, actually, let's start, let's go to our Miro board, right? Let's go to our Miro board and I'm going to start keeping our list. Let's make our list. And that way you guys can have a visual. You know how much I like visuals. As an artist, I can't help it. It's just one of those things. I remember things so much better. Being a neuroscience geek, we all have different ways that we learn. And the truth is that some of us are very visual. Some of us are, auditory. Some of us are kinesthetic, meaning we learn actually by doing. And a lot of us have all of those things that we need. So a lot of us also like to read it, right? Whether you read it. So this is going to help you remember what we're talking about. So number 1, we wanted flexibility, right? Number 2, we wanted to be able to have a business that gives us 100% profit. Let me share my screen here. We did that the other day, right? Where I forgot to share my screen for you guys. Okay, we'll get it right this time. Okay, 100% profit. Number 3, you want to have a low risk startup. Startup cost. A low risk in investment. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, here's the deal. Honestly, there are so many businesses out there that the startup cost for it is phenomenal. If you are going to start a traditional brick and mortar business, you've got to have a lot of capital up front. Maybe you've always wanted that coffee shop, but do you have the 40 to $100,000 to build that space out, to get all the equipment, to hire the people that you need to help you? Ugh. You can see where that happens. If you're looking for a business that has a low risk startup cost, then you want to be able to do something like this. A digital marketing business, an online business. And here's the other thing. You can have a business where one sale of the product, we'll say one product sale, equals an ROI. What's an ROI? That's a full return on your investment. So all you need is to sell one of the products and you've made your money back. That is a low risk startup. 100% profit. Here we're talking about not affiliate, right? The term that you're going to be looking for is an MRR, monthly recurring income. That's something else we're going to talk about. That's not what I mean here. But this is a master resale rights product. This is if you don't want to take the time to build the product out yourself. There are companies out there, we're going to talk about this more down in here. There are companies out there that let you sell their product for them at 100% profit. That would be awesome, right? Work anytime, from anywhere. No standard hours. That's kind of the work from anything, right? Work anytime you want. Okay. You're getting it. You're seeing where we're going here. 4, what do we want next? Let's stop sharing for a minute. Here's the biggest thing that I really want you to think about. If you're investing in a company that's already out there, a business that's already out there, or if you're getting ready to put a product out yourself, this is something you've already built. Do you have evidence? Do you have social proof that this works, that this product gets results? You really need to have that, especially if we're looking at a master resale rights product. That means something that you are reselling, something that somebody else has already built. It's a full-blown product, and you are going to get out there to offer it to clients, to an ideal customer for you. Is it proven to get the results? Does it work? You do not want to be getting into a product that isn't working. I have made that mistake. I have invested in a partnership where the product was actually never finished, right? I bought into the vision of what this product could be, and the product never really was completed, which meant it was never sellable. I could never make income on it. You don't want to be in that kind of a situation. I don't want you to do that. So this is huge, right? Proven results. If it has social proof, oh my gosh, so much easier to sell it. Social proof that you have access to, that you can actually reuse for your own business, oh, that's a dream. That's a dream right there. That's going to make it so much easier for you to actually sell the product. Um, Here's the thing. Here's why you want to have the proof, because the two questions your client, every ideal customer has is, does it work? You got to be able to answer that. And will it work for me? Those are the two questions that you have to that you have to be able to answer for your potential buyer. If you can answer those two questions, then that is going to be a profitable product to offer. Right? Okay. Number 5, the next one we want. This is, I'm going to call it market research. What is the potential what is it forecasted to bring in? Okay, what do we mean by that? Well, for example, you don't want to be selling a product that is no longer going to be viable. So, an example of that would be, um, let's talk about what if you were offered a business and they were like, yeah, we want you to sell this magazine, this printed magazine. Well, geez, we all know that the forecast, right? The potential earnings off of trying to sell an in-print magazine, not good. That's not where the market is headed. People are not doing that. People are not investing in hard print, hard copy magazines. Digital, online, yeah, that may be doable. But what is your product forecasted? What's the market availability for your product? How many customers can you sell this to, right? Meaning, what's the demand? You got to know the demand before you decide, yep, I'm going to get out there and do this. If you're going to sell dog food, let's say, another tangible product. If you're going to sell dog food, how many pets out there? How many dogs out there? What's the potential for owners who want, high-end dog food for their pets? We got to know that. So this is where I want to talk about the growth potential, because I'm going to give you some hints here for digital marketing. Digital marketing right now it is, I have to make sure I get my numbers right. Do, do, do. In 2024 alone. Okay, let's go back. In 2022, the digital marketing digital marketing market field, whatever you want to call it, was at 153. Was that a 700 billion? Yeah. Well, this I've heard several different things. So let's say 300 to 3 billion. Okay. Whoops. 300 million. And depending on where you go, these stats range, and that's why I'm kind of giving you a little range here. So in 2024, these are predicted, the digital marketing field, sales are predicted to go to about 700 billion. Right now, look at the difference between 3 billion and 7 billion. That's freaking amazing, right? And then let's jump to 2030. Let's jump to 2030. I can go year by year, but we're going to skip. In 2030, the social media marketing and digital the digital market, right, is predicted to be to 1.5 trillion dollars that are going to be circulating in this market, the digital market. Do you think that the forecast for having an online digital product is good? Yeah. Do you want a piece of that? Do you want a piece of that? You could easily have a piece of that. Let me share this again so you can see, because I'm putting it down for you. Do you want a piece of that? Yeah. Okay. So that's number 5. Number 6, we're going to try to move through these at a decent point in time. Do you have a good niche within this product, within whatever it is, this business that you're looking? Does it have a niche that you can fit into that maybe you have an advantage over, right? The digital marketing business is huge, but who are you actually going to be directing? Who is that product made for? Is there a big opportunity for it will work for a number of different clients? That's what we want to look for, because we want to choose a really tight, specific niche that it will be easy to target and show up for our ideal client. Can you get out there and be in front of people, the right people that are going to connect with you? Is there a niche for you in the marketplace? That's super important, right? And is it a niche? Here's even more important. Is it a niche that you're passionate about? Because here's the truth. Let's go back to yeah, digital marketing, but let's go back to, let's say you wanted to sell dog food, but you didn't like dogs, you just like cats. Well, heck, that's going to be really hard to get behind that product because you don't really have true passion for it. So you got to make sure that you connect emotionally, that you believe in the product and who you are going to be offering this to. Who are you going to serve? And are you excited about serving them? Are you excited about solving their problem? Here's the thing. If it's a product that you have experienced yourself, or, if you've had the same kind of problem, it's going to be super easy to be passionate about that and get behind that. It's going to be super easy to figure out who you're going to sell that product to, the niche, to narrow down the niche. Okay, now we'll go a little broader here, okay? Does this business have a business plan? Oh my gosh, this was one of the biggest mistakes I made. Let me get back. Let me get back here. I didn't know what I didn't know, right? I didn't even know really what a business plan was when I started my original business, my art business. And, I would talk to people, yeah, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to sell my art. And they'd be like, well, super, because we have a lot of high-end CEOs and professionals here. We have Tyson, we have Walmart headquarters, we have JB Hunt headquarters. So hanging around a lot of business, highfalutin tootin' business people who know their stuff. These people are experts. It's really easy to have a conversation and then realize I knew nothing. Well, Shauna, I'd love to see your business plan. What business plan? What's a business plan? I didn't even know, you guys. you need to be looking for a business or creating a business with and have a solid business plan. You cannot go without a business plan. If you don't know how to create a business plan, there are people out there who can help you, or you can invest in a business that has already developed the business plan for you, and all you have to do is get out there and implement it. Okay, let me share my screen again. Cause and I just really want to emphasize that because I'm still so embarrassed at, the conversations that I had with people not knowing what the heck I was talking about. Does it have a strong brand identity? Does it already have a strong brand identity? Or do you know how to develop a strong branding identity? Okay. What else do you need? Do you have do you have the plan, meaning you have your goals? We already talked about this. You have your strategies in place. You have your systems in place. You have tools that are going to help you do that, right? We're going to say systems, we're going to say automations, and we'll dig more into that. Automations and tools, right? Do you have your financial projections in place with a plan of how you're going to get there? With a map. Sorry, guys. My fingers aren't typing very well, right? Do you have a budget? Wow. Do you have a budget? That's a big one. Here's the truth. When I started my own business, I didn't have a budget. I was starting it on a shoestring. I didn't have a marketing budget. I didn't have a budget to get out there and, do printed flyers, printed brochures, or as an artist, I had to go out there and get everything I needed to be able to do shows. Just the supplies alone were a huge investment. Do you have a budget for how your business is going to grow? How are you going to get it to where you want it to go? What is that startup cost, right? Is it going to cost you monthly to keep that business going? I'm telling you right now, there's a business opportunity I can show you, I can share with you. There are no monthly costs, and the startup cost is a low investment. The startup cost, I think I've shown this before, is less the price than a new iPhone. To be able to start an entire business where the startup cost is less than the cost of an iPhone, and there are no monthly fees incurred. I think I've shared before, I spend a lot of money monthly to run the other platforms that my business runs on, right? My email servers, my website servers and hosts, all of those different things. What if you could have a business, a digital marketing business is projected to be in the trillions of dollars in sales, and you don't have any monthly costs to operate it? The operating costs are basically zero. Yeah, you have to buy a domain. Domains anywhere from 12 to $24 a year, right? Yeah, there's a $29 website hosting fee that you only pay once with this business rather than monthly. I pay a monthly subscription for that, right? What if you could have an email campaign system platform built in that's kind of a mini CRM, which is how you can track potential customers and keep track of them? What if that was built into it for free? It's all included in that $29. I can tell you right now that I spend more than that per month to maintain the email server that I currently have. I had all this in place before I knew about this particular digital business. It's called Legacy Builders. If you're thinking about it, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. We're gonna pop back over here. Let's go back here. Okay, so do you have a budget? And we're gonna say operating costs, right? We kind of talk. What are the operating costs? You need to know that ahead of time. I did not know that ahead of time when I started that. Okay. Number 8, it's got to have the legal structure behind it. If you were looking at a pre-built business, does it have all the things in place, right? So is it in accordance to government laws and regulations? Because that's really important, you guys. You do not want to get in a business that does not have that. And then also here, the legal structure, you know, do you have the right business licenses? Right here, government laws and regulations, you've got to have some disclaimers. You've got to have some privacy terms. You've got to have your terms of service. Are all of those things built in? Or if they aren't built in, do you know how to set those up? If you're setting up your own business, you got to know how to have that done and in place. Okay. We'll do that. Which, by the way, the Legacy Builders digital marketing business that I'm talking about, yes, it has all of that. All of that is all upfront, legal, good to go. I'll call it legit, right? Let's do this. Legit. Does it have a legit legal structure? Because you don't want to get in trouble on that, right? Do you have, we're going to say website, right? If you're doing a business, no matter what kind of business you do, whether it is just an online digital product, or even if you're delivering a physical product, do you have a website developed? I can't spell, right? Online, shoppable site where people can actually go and purchase. Is shoppable not 2 P's? I don't. Right? If you don't have something, yeah, I think it, I don't know. We're just going to leave it like this. If you don't have a way for people to find you online, then that's a problem. Now, website development, I spent thousands and thousands of dollars developing a website, developing my own website. What if you didn't have to do that? What if you could have a website online, up and running? Your product is ready to sell. You are hitting the road running. What if you could do that in 5 or 6 hours? Even if you don't have any tech skills. Let me clarify that. Even if you don't have any tech skills, that would be amazing, right? It took me years to develop my website on my own. I also paid professionals to build my website for me. This is before I learned how to do it myself, right? We're talking $5,000 a pop for one website with just a few features. We're not talking a really highly developed website. Yeah, it had an e-commerce where people, people could check out and pay. It had the home page. It had a lead magnet opt-in page. It had the basics, the contact page. But what if you could spend $29 and have all that? Ah, no brainer. No brainer. I'm going to say that would be the way to go. If I were looking for a business right now, that is one of the things I would be concerned about. How much is it going to cost me to build a website? And how much time is it going to tell me, is it going to cost me to build a website? Time and dollars to build out, right? To have it ready. You could have that for, like I said, $25, a $29 one-time fee. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to, I'm going to call it branding. We'll just say branding in general. But what do I mean by branding? What am I talking about? Do you have a strong brand identity? Strong brand identity. And why is that important? Does the brand align with your values? You're not going to be able to get out there and be successful with something that doesn't fit, that doesn't align with your values. Let me say that again. It doesn't matter what you offer. Doesn't matter what you're going to get out there and sell for your business. If it does not align with your values in your heart, you're not going to be able to be successful at closing those sales because you're not going to have the passion. The energy isn't going to be behind it. Make sure that whatever the business is you are going to start, you are going to invest in, that you believe in their mission. You believe in the problems that they solve for people. You believe in how they serve people, how they show up for their people, how they deliver the results for their people. Their clients deserve all of that. And if you don't fully believe in that and you don't see that, yes, this is something I would highly recommend because it's blah, 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 all of those things. If you don't have that in place, you're not going to be successful at selling it. Just point blank. The business will fail. Okay. I think I've made my point there. You have to believe in the product, the mission behind the product, the people behind the company, everything. You got to believe in the mission, the product, the leadership, right? Behind the business. Okay. Oh, one more thing about, we're going to talk about SEO here really quick on website. If you're looking at a business that already has this built out for you, is it search engine optimized? Do they give you the tools? Is it easy to find, right? Does it show up on the first page of Google? Is it searchable in general? Does it have the keywords built in? All of those things. I want you to think about that. Okay, let's move on to, I'm going to say consistency across platforms. Is the message and solution consistent everywhere? Right? Is their presence, does their presence show up the same way? They don't show up as a different product or different company if you're on Twitter versus if you're on Facebook. Right? That's something we all want to be sure that we're investing in something that, once again, is legit. That's how you can tell if a company is legit. When it's showing up everywhere, is it consistent? Is it consistent? Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done, you guys. I know this is kind of a, okay, I want to talk about payment processing, because, oops, are we stuck? We're stuck. Oh, I've reached the text limit. Okay, well, let's start a new text box then. That's fine. Okay. We'll go here. No worries. Is the payment processing, is it direct to you? No middleman. Okay. Now, what do I mean by middleman? And that means it's not, the sale isn't going to someone else and then they pay you, right? Direct to you is always going to be the better system, right? Versus if you are doing something that versus, like I said, you have someone else that when you make the sale, it goes into their account and then they have to transfer the money to you. Are they using legitimate payments portals? We'll call it, right? Portals, gateways is the word they use, meaning PayPal, Stripe is another one. There's a couple other, but I'll just put those here for now. When your customer purchases, are they offering them safe ways to purchase? Very important, right? Your customer's not going to feel safe if they don't have that. Meaning it's going to be really hard to sell a product that a customer does not feel safe in putting in all their financial information, right? Is it easy? Is it an easy way? Is it an easy purchase for your client? Or is it a hassle? Because the last thing we want to do is make it hard for someone to purchase. That was one of the things that I find quite often with my, oh, it's going to go back to, quite often with my artists, is they tend to make the purchase process more difficult than it needs to be, which causes a lot of resistance, right? So make that as easy and smooth as possible for the prospective buyer. That they're not, that this goes into sales psychology. We won't dive into all of that, but the more time that happens between they make the decision and they get their credit card information in, the more time that is, the more likely you are to lose the sale. The percentage of sales dramatically decreases when there's any kind of resistance or time delay in there between the decision making and the entering the credit card, the payment. Okay, here's a big one. Does it have a digital marketing strategy in place? Is there a system for you? I don't know why this got so small. Is there a system that's already built in that's going to make it easy for you to sell this product? It's not going to be easy to sell if there's no kind of a marketing plan behind it? Oh, geez, Shauna, this is just a disaster, isn't it? So if you're building it out yourself, do you have what you need to do that? Meaning, do you have a plan? How are you going to attract your customers? How are you going to create content that goes out there? Do they give you content? If you invest in legacy builders, all of this is done for you. Oh my gosh, you don't have to figure out what you're going to say. It's all given to you. The whole step-by-step process, there's a full plan. You can follow a 30-day plan. You can follow a 90-day plan. You can follow a 3-month plan. The strategy is all laid out for you. And to do this on day 1, do this on day 2, do this on day 3. Like for 90 days, that's built out for you if you want that. Right? And here's the other thing. Is there a free marketing plan or strategy? Not just paid ads. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of digital marketing companies out there that it looks really good, but then when you find out how much you have to spend in ads, you're like, ooh, it's not good at all. It's not going to work. Okay. Here's the next one. Wow. I didn't know I thought I had 12. We're going to number 13. Does it include automation and tools inside the systems? Why? Why do you need automations and tools? So you don't have to work 24/7. It's working for you when you're not present. If you have a business that has the right kinds of automations behind it, that means let's go into an example. Stop sharing my screen for a minute. An automation system behind it. You want a business that has automations and tools. Those systems are going to save your bacon. It's going to save you time and save you energy because those all run on autopilot. It doesn't depend on you. So if you have someone that wants your lead magnet or free piece of content, does the opt-in page have what it needs? Will it deliver it for you? Where all they have to do is put in their email, their name and their email, and boom, the automation operates behind it, the workflow happens, and that is delivered to their email inbox. You don't have to physically do that yourself. You don't have to go type up the email, put in their email address, type up the email, add the link, all of that. All of that stuff is already set up for you. Because the truth is that when we think about the number of times that a customer really has to be engaging with us before they know, like, and trust us, we talked about 18 to 20 times. So the first time someone signs up for one of your lead magnets doesn't mean they're going to purchase. They're just testing you out. They're getting to know you. Do you have an email automation workflow that happens behind that? So they keep getting emails from you that you don't have to go out and do every single time. It just happens. You can also do that inside of a social media platform. Do you have automations that deliver messages directly to your client or prospect when, let's say, they've commented on something and they said, yeah, I'm interested, send me that? Do you have a tool that automates that response? Hey, Susie, thanks for commenting. I'll message that to you. Boom, second automation directly over to their messenger and Facebook. Hey, Thanks for commenting. I saw your comment. Here is that, guide, that free guide that we promised you. Boom, delivered. Or you could ask for their email. Hey, give me your email. I'll be sure to send that to you, however you want to do that. Do you have automations so that you're not in there? Let's say you create a piece of viral content and you've got 800 people that are like, me, I want that. Do you have a tool and a system? Do you have automations that will handle that? If not, you got to look into them. You got to build them out. Or you could invest in a business that's already has it built out for you. Already built out, you guys. You don't have to do anything. You just kick it off by talking about it, by being out there on the social media platforms with the step-by-step plan they give you as to how to do that. And then the automations take care of the rest. Dang. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, it is good. It is good. Those are the kinds of things that you need to look for, right? Okay. And let's drop down to let's talk about CRMs, right? Does it have a way to keep track of your prospects so you don't lose them? You need to have that in place. If you're building out your own business, do not go without this. Okay. Last one. This is the most important, in my opinion, which is why I saved it for last. Do you have customer service and support? When you get stuck and you're building your business, do you have a place to go? Live people, real life people that you can ask, that you can say, hey, I need help. Can you help me with this? You do a screenshot, you send it to them, and they tell you, oh, yeah, here's what's wrong. You just need to click this button up there in the top right hand corner. Or a live Zoom call that you can hop on and they'll diagnose your problem. You share your screen, they can actually control your mouse, they can help you fix things. Do you have access to live community support for you and your clients? Because I'm telling you what, that is super valuable. That is worth every penny of however much you invest. This product that I am talking about, if you are interested in Legacy Builders that has all of these things that we just walked through, $900 is the opportunity for you. $900 for you to invest in 4 income opportunities. When you do that, you actually have 4 packages that you can offer clients, right? A $900, a $600, a $300, or as little as a $100 product. They're all set up on the same system, 4 income streams off of one system. That you get a community of people who are all learning as they're earning, who are doing this as they go. You get to see the live evidence of it working. And when you get stuck, you get help. You're in a community of supportive people and expert support, not just, we're not just talking about, Joe Schmo from, down the road who's like, oh, yeah, I think I can help you. We're talking about the experts who built the system, who are tech experts who are there to help you when you get stuck. That's huge. That's huge. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you are interested in this, I want you to put info or ready. If you're just ready to get information, let's say ready. Put that down there, and I will be reaching out to you and making sure that you get that access to that. The first thing you're going to get access to is our blueprint. It's called our 6-figure business blueprint, and it maps out the entire process. It's really broken down into 4 steps, and then it deep dives into the 4 steps of what you're doing in those 4 steps to get to where you want to go. let's go ahead and I'm gonna actually show you what's in there. It's been a while since I've been over here. Um, okay, so let's do this. Look at that. See that? Done for you tech services. You can even have them do the whole thing for you. If you're like, yeah, I don't really want to do the step-by-step setup. Okay. You can have someone else do it for you. That's an extra fee, right? That doesn't come with it. But here is the Legacy Builders program. You can see I'm still not even completely done with all the training that's inside here. We're talking thousands of dollars of training that you get access to for only $900. They walk you through on each step of even how you log into this. Like, how do you get in here and access this? They give you step by step of how to set up and edit your website. It's a website that they have provided for you. All you have to do is tweak a few things. And you're like, well, Shauna, you were talking about getting a domain. I don't know what you mean. And I don't know how to get a domain. Boom. There's the training, step by step, how to get a domain, how to hook it up, how to hook up your payment gateways so that when somebody goes to buy your product, it says Stripe or PayPal or Klarna, right? Even payment plans are available for your clients or for you for that matter, right? How to connect it all up, how to get your opt-in page set up, how to get your email system set up. This is all the stuff that's pre-built for you. All you have to do is hook it up. And the reason why you have to go through the process to hook it up is because it goes directly to you, to your domain. This isn't hooked up to someone else's system that then they process all of that and then they pay you out. This is directly your business, your very own business. Everything happens on your domain, on your own deal. So they walk you through on how to do that, how to set up all your social media. If you don't have a social media presence, they're going to show you how to do that. How do you get social media? How do you get people to find you? How do you find your people? How do you communicate with them? Right? Everything here. How to build your identity. Oh my gosh. How to attract your customers. Talking about the different platforms. How to post free ads. Did you know that you can post free ads every day? Even the big boys use these systems. Did you know that that was available to you? I had no idea. That's something I learned when I invested in this. It's just like, oh my gosh. Here's if you want to use Pinterest, if you want to do reels, there's even training here on how to um, there's even training on how you can run your social media without having to do videos and be like on the camera. If you're like, I can't do this. I know I can't talk on camera. I'm telling you, you can learn. First of all, if I can, anyone can. I think yesterday I told that story a little bit more in depth. If I can, you can do it. But you don't have to start that way. You can actually do what's called a faceless brand identity, which means you're doing it through images and videos, just not with you in them. You can do all of that. Here's tech replays. This is a content, more social media training, right? Holy moly, you guys. Look at all this content they give you. How more hooks, more video hook ideas. You need titles for your videos, they're giving you. They're giving you all kinds. Here's emails that you can use to promote the videos. And to promote, I mean, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable what's available to you in here for 900. 900 is all it takes to get started. All right, I'm going to be signing off today. I'm going to check over here on YouTube really quick in case there are some questions that I can answer. I can't necessarily see, but let's try to see. No, I cannot see in the comments. That's all right. That's all right. We can get this going. All right. If you have any questions, I want you to put them in the comments and I will be getting back to you so that I can give you the answers that you are looking for. If you are just ready for more information, you're like, yep, I've heard plenty, Shauna. I want to know the details. Put ready, and I will be sending you the link that you need so that you can access that 6-figure business blueprint. Is the first piece of content that you get. And then from there, you're going to be getting some other videos that walk into every single detailed part of this business. So there are no more questions about it. Okay. And that video is actually done by someone else, the founder of this company. I like having her walk you through the process because she explains her story, why she started this company, and why she continues to do this and make this opportunity available for everyone. For those of us who I'm gonna be a little vulnerable right now. It's always kind of scary to put this out there. For those of us who, for whatever reason, didn't have what we needed in place to have a retirement fund, for those of us who are worried about having to work until we're 80 or 85, or like I always joke about, yeah, I'm gonna be living on a mattress in one of my kids' garages when I'm 80 because I'm not going to have enough money to do anything else. And yeah, it's funny. I still laugh about it, but the truth is that there's a deep-seated fear there. I'm not really joking when I say that. I don't want that to happen, obviously. But if those are the kinds of that is that the kind of future that you're facing? I know I'm not the only one. Some of us have had, we've had a partner. It's not just a single parent like my situation, where even both of you are working super hard and you're looking at it and you're like, yep, we still don't have enough for what we need for retirement. This is a way around that. This is a way to change that. This is the way to transform your future that's headed for you. And it's legitimate. It has proven results. It works. All of those things that we just walk through today, it has all of those. So stay ready if you want to know details on that, more details. And I will be reaching out to you. Feel free to ask any questions also in the comments in the chat, and we'll connect. All right, take care.